What's up, guys? So we're back in Archeworld. A lot has changed. This was the big maintenance that you didn't want to miss. So first up, the big change that happened is that all the houses that were not being used went public. So all the owners of the houses that had NFTs that were not using them, the game now decided, hey, you're not using it, we're going to make it public so anyone can buy them. So that has now happened. All the lands are public, which after this recording it's been 30 minutes or so. So I'm assuming every land has been taken, because 30 minutes is a long time for land grab, essentially, if you've ever played Arc Age. So all the 150s have, like I said, assuming all been taken. So we are going to put up our beds in our new houses that we got, because at 150 a rent, it's an insanely good value. Like, you can make 150 BSLT just with a couple labor pots in like 4 days. So it pays for itself. So that was a huge thing that happened in this maintenance. So biggest thing, land grab, happened. Next biggest thing is the new floor price on the auction house is now 1 BSLT instead of 5. So no longer is it 5 BSLT minimum. Now you can sell things for 1 BSLT. So that's going to change a lot of prices of items. So this guy, he's like, I want your land, but I want my land too, because land is insanely valuable. Like, land is the most valuable thing in Archeworld. You want to have land. Even at 300 BSLT for a small house, it's still profitable. So just here in the Hasla region, I was able to pick up 3 lands for that 150 BSLT. So it may only be mine for a month if the owner comes back and kicks me out, but that's fine, because I'll still make profit off it. But again, the change on the auction house, so you're seeing it already with Archeum and skills. Skill books are now down to 1 BSLT, so it's a lot easier and cheaper to buy your skills, the blue ones. Archeum, this is gonna rock bottom, probably even down to 0.0001 now. It used to be at 0.0010. So this Archeum is definitely gonna go down, in my opinion. So skill books, a lot cheaper. You're also seeing weapons and armors. They removed also the tier 4 weapons, so you can no longer buy tier 4 weapons. So you see you got skill books as low as 0.5 BSLT. You have to buy 2 of them, but you buy one and then you sell the other one for 1 BSLT, and hopefully someone buys that second one. And if not, it's no big deal. You got 2 for the price of 1. So you can no longer search tier 4. Tier 4 now has nothing. So preventing abuse on that. So now you got tier 3s down to 1 BSLT already, because these are infinitely being produced by the bots, by new accounts. So it's so much easier and cheaper now for a paying player to gear themselves up. So same thing, as a paying player, you want to spend, it's going to be 1 BSLT in all your gears. So you're going to want to buy all these guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So you'll probably be able to get all these purples in a matter of days down to 1 BSLT. So you can see they're currently at 5 BSLT approximately. So it's going to cost you essentially 15 BSLT to gear up. And the reason you want to do this is because during the storyline quest, if you make your new character, you're going to get about 17,000 Archeum. And so with the Archeum, then you can go ahead and sell the Archeum once you get to level 55. And that Archeum will actually be way more valuable than the price that you paid for all of these gears. So if we go here, we can see, so the Archeum, you get to 55, you sell the Archeum, you're getting approximately 190 Archeum, or 90 blue salt. So you invest 15 in your gear, so you have really good gear, because, you know, this is really good gear. The tier 3 at purple, at Arcane, is really good gear. This is the gear that's going to get you approximately 11,000 gear score. Like, if you go all these gears at tier 3 purple, and you saved so much. You saved almost 17,000 Archeum, because that's how much you get from the story quest. Then you saved all the labor that you would need to use to fuse into these gears as well. So the amount of savings from buying your gear is insane. Even if you paid 5 BSLT for all your gear each, like even if you bought this weapon for 5, it's still a really, really good deal. So there's, I think it's 15 slots, 15 times 5, that comes out to 75. And then you sell the BSLT, you sell the Archeum once you get to level 55, and you sell it for 180, 190. So you're still profiting 110 by playing this game. Sure, it costs you 15 BSLT or 50 BSLT. So a minimum, very, very minimum initial deposit is what you want to do with this game. Don't play free to play. Do not play this game as a free to play. You can do it. It's hard. It's possible to earn money, but don't do it. Like, if you want to play this game at all, like if you're thinking of playing this game or investing or anything, like deposit that 50 BSLT, buy 50 BSLT, and then put it into the game and use that 50 BSLT. It will make your life 1 million times easier if you start the game off with 11,000 gear score. So then the next change that happened is they have 50% reduced all of the blueprints. So if you had already purchased a tent for 300 BSLT, you either got that BSLT back already, or they're gonna refund it to you by the maintenance on in a couple days. So anybody that purchased one already is gonna get that refund, that discount automatically. You don't have to do anything. And then anyone that wants to purchase now, it's so much cheaper. And the thing too with these is, these are staking. So this is, you give them 150 BSLT right now, and then when you want to leave and quit the game, you actually take this tent and you give it back to the merchant, and the merchant will give you all of your 150 BSLT back. So you get all of your money back. The value of BSLT will be different than what you paid. It could be higher, it could be lower, you don't know. But you're getting all of the same BSLT back. So you give them 150 for the tent, and then when you leave or when you want to upgrade your house to a bigger house, you get all your BSLT back from that tent by taking this, taking it to the community center and giving it to the merchant, and he'll give you the BSLT back. So those are the huge changes. Hopefully you guys, were prepared. If you are a landowner, you need to come in and potentially kick out your tenants, but they'll be there for the next 28 days, because once they sign that contract, they own that land. They can use that land for 28 days. So if you are a landowner and you got screwed over by this, you need to be using your land or in-game. But if you weren't using it at all, you're probably not watching these videos, and you're probably, just happy that you're going to get some rent now for doing absolutely nothing. Anyway, guys, that was the update. Let me know what you think about this update. Were you prepared? Were you ready for this update? It was a crazy, crazy update that happened. They announced it, I think, about like 6-7 hours ago or so. A very short time, actually. So I personally would have wished that they gave more notice, but it works out good for the people that are in the Discord, who are checking things out and on top of it. Unfortunately, it really sucks for anyone that was asleep at this time and not playing, couldn't see the announcement. Because yeah, like this said, this was the big update. Like I don't think the game company realizes how big of an update this is for the players. Being able to get the land for 150 versus 300 is a huge change, and then you can buy as many of them as you want, because there's no cap on how many lands that you can own that are player owned, that are the NFTs. Whereas when it's XL game owned land, you can only rent one from them. So yeah, there's always going to be land available, but it won't be the cheap discounted land. because by now all that land has been taken up. So that's why you'll see some people spamming chat. Oh, another thing that got changed is, so you cannot chat anymore unless you're level 40 or higher. So that was another change that they added. There might be other changes too, some ninja changes that happened in the game, but we will find those in the coming hours and days. And of course, they will be doing more changes in maintenance as well. They seem to do about a maintenance every single day. All right, thanks for watching, guys. As always, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you, and I'll talk to you in the